Hey, hello. We're here with Chris Woppman with Desoto Drilling. We're going to talk about some of his earlier days and how he got to where he is today to be a successful, one of the major companies in Southwest Florida here, and on the road he got to get there. So, when did you first start Desoto Drilling?
Desoto Drilling was founded in 2012.
2012, and when you first founded the company, how much equipment or people you had working for you when you first got going?
It was me, my son, and my wife, and we just had took out a small loan on a small used piece of equipment and a truck, and went to work.
Awesome, yeah. And today, how many drills do you have working for you now?
We've got 7 in-house machines and several subs outside of that.
Wow. So it's been quite a journey from one drill to several drills and subs. Approximately how many people would you say in-house and subs total do you have underneath the umbrella of Desoto Drilling?
It's probably 25.
Wow. It's a lot of people. That's a lot of mouths to feed, a lot of families being fed off of it. If you could go back in time and give yourself one piece of advice before starting your business, what would it be?
I guess try to educate yourself more on the business aspects of life, of business, not necessarily just thinking that, going out there and being able to know how to bore is, the way, because it's just like anything else in life. If you don't get the proper paperwork, cross your T's and dot your I's, it's a tough road.
And also in the very beginning stages, I'm sure you kind of wore the hat of everything. You were the worker, the supervisor, the project manager, every
maintenance
hat.
man, mechanic,
whatever needed to be done.
Psychiatrist, whatever was required for sure,
Comes to play. Wow. If we'll go with this. What's the most ridiculous customer request you've ever received, and how did you handle it? I think you were talking about the bank earlier.
Yeah, so we did bore up inside a bank, down and around after hours. So we had to wait until 6 o'clock at night to bore, and bored through the lobby and beside the restrooms, and came up in the electrical room, right by the elevator shaft. So yeah, it was a challenging project for sure.
And what if your business would be a superhero, what would it be? This is kind of give insight on the unique selling position. What makes Desoto Drilling
Iron Man? We would be Iron Man. Yeah, there's nobody better than us out there in the dirt. You know what I mean? We're just we've got a bunch of guys that dedicated their life to this industry, and they've got a lot of knowledge, and
I think comparable to the surrounding counties, you are the biggest independent contractor.
Well, there's people out there that have big rigs, and I don't know about.
As far as DeSoto, Hardy,
oh yeah, definitely.
Wachula,
yes.
all the surrounding counties, you are the biggest.
Southwest Florida, we're probably one of the bigger licensed utility contractors in the area. Yeah.
And just like driving today, when we went to eat, there's a lot of companies out there with no signs on the truck and got a drill rig,
Yeah, because unfortunately in this industry, it's not regulated enough in the state to where you have to have a license to own a bore rig. Anybody that's got any amount of money can just go buy one and say, hey, I'm gonna go make $1 million tomorrow. What that does is it drives the prices down for a lot of folk, and it creates problems for people that are really trying to be professionals in the industry, because they don't know what they're doing. It's not regulated, and then it just creates, every time somebody sees a drill rig come up, here these guys come to tear the neighborhood up. Well, it shouldn't be that way,
Right.
So yeah, the unlicensed contracting is a problem in the state of Florida.
Wow. Yeah, I can.
But a lot of municipalities are mandating that you have a state license, and that even you get licensed with the county that you're working in. Charlotte County is the same way. Collier County is the way. Sarasota, I think, is trying to get there. Manatee as well. So they're trying to put the brakes on a lot of this. The problem is these fly-by-nighters get by going under the umbrella of the contractor, Lambert, Lightspeed, these other guys that doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. They're going underneath their insurance.
that's right. Well, and they're covered under their license. So the smaller counties are trying to break that down and say that's not the way it should be. You know, if you're going to do this, you need to be professional, have a license. You know.
Definitely. And we were talking earlier about the, you get a lot of bids that maybe somebody bids, a lot cheaper than you, but I believe you can expound on why they would pick, they
Right.
choose you over these
Right.
other bids.
Yeah, and I think that's the standard that we've created. It's always been in my mind about quality, not quantity. We've never jumped on these fiber trains and tried to go out and build 10, 20,000 feet of fiber, million feet here, million feet there. We've stayed at home, we've taken care of our bases and our customers, and we built a solid reputation that you can guarantee if Desoto Drilling gets the call, that pipe's coming to the house. The job's gonna get done. No, we're like anybody else. We have internal problems. We have guys that, they're their own individuals. You get a certain enough people around, it's not always gonna be peaches and cream. At the end of the day, get the pipe in the ground, no utilities are damaged, everybody's happy.
Everybody's happy. What type of advice would you give to Chris Woppman starting out in Desoto Drilling? Say somebody's watching this video that has hopes or dreams of creating his own company and going down the same road you went down. What advice would you give them to, how did you have to circumvent or stay true to yourself and keep going forward when maybe nobody else believed in yourself?
Sure. Yeah, and I think that's the hardest part in any situation, because it seems like most times when you're really trying your hardest and you feel like you're giving it all you got and it just seems like nothing's going your way, that's really when you question everything about life. Where do I want to be? You know what I mean? Am I going to be stuck here struggling doing this, or do I want to go struggle working for somebody else? You know what I mean? So the struggle's real. It just a matter who you're struggling for, because it does get better. Without the bad times, there wouldn't be good times. So you have to have that, and I think that's what builds true character. And it's easy to quit. It's easy to throw your hands up and walk away, say, I just ain't worth it, man. I'm tired of trying, I'm tired of doing this. Well, that's good. Go build somebody else's dream. Because there's guys out there standing behind you that are going to do that. They're not going to give up. They're not going to quit. No matter how bad it hurts, no matter how long them days are. The struggle is real.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's definitely to the heart right there, I believe. And if your business was a Netflix series from the day you started to up until now, what do you think would be the most binge-worthy part of the series that kind of give you a glimpse of the proudest moment or the biggest challenges you've faced?
Well, that would have to be the daily in the field with just the crew and the characters that you have interact with in this industry, because life's a circus, but it gets really crazy when you get in this type of industry to where it's tough. Okay, and you don't have to have no education to get in it. All you got to have is some backbone and some grit, and want to work and want to do, you know what I mean? So you get guys that really, some of them care and some of them don't,
Right.
So yeah, overall I think that would be the catch, would have to be the daily operation of, because I'm not out there on every rig,
Right.
but I've been there. And it can get crazy at times. It's a circus. Things go wrong, things happen,
Right.
So, yeah, for sure.
No, definitely. And so we'll just follow up on what What type of expectations do you have for the future, and where is the future? You look for the future, do you expand to other cities? Do you just keep building that home? What's your dream for Desoto Drilling in the future?
Yeah, I mean, right now I think with the way things have transpired over the last couple of years, and you know, getting on this project and doing what we're doing, we're just kind of gonna hold steady and train the people we got in-house, you know. Now, if we get an opportunity that's, you know, lucrative and we can put together the people to intelligently build a solid project for another customer, then, you know, I have no problem branching out. But most of them people just aren't standing around waiting for the call. They're out there already grinding, trying to get theirs too, you know what I mean? So we're just gonna keep staying the course. We've got a solid customer base. Bids are coming and going, you know, every day pretty much here lately. So yeah, we're just gonna build from within, train the personnel we've got, and, you know, take it from there.
Yeah, you did get a very big contract, you know, a few years back for FPNL, so I know that was...
We landed that, and then we also got the maintenance contract for the city of Wauchula, so that was a nice contract, you know, and we've got some opportunities to do some other things here coming up this year, so yeah, I mean, I don't want to say global, you know, but I mean, who knows?
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. Well,
we're just going to keep digging.
That's it.
You know?
I appreciate your time, Chris.
Yes,
man.
sir.
Have a good day, and thank you so much.
Thank you, buddy.